Today in CapEd Explains, we're looking at a short, simple, but crucially important grammar rule. To follow along, go to page 1225 in your big blue book. We're going to be looking together at number 40. Now this is a grammar question, so we can just jump straight into it. Let's read it together. On the graduate record exam, GRE, that's like the SAT. For example, students intending to study philosophy in graduate school has scored higher than students in all but 4 other majors. This question varies from has scored in the original, have scored in choice B, scores and scoring in choice C and D. We should be able to tell that these are all verbs. We're being tested on which verb we'd like to use. Because of this, we should be paying attention to a type of agreement that we've learned before. That is, subject-verb agreement. This is really fundamental on the SAT and probably one of the most common rules that we see. So, we want to know who has scored higher than students in all but 4 other majors. Who is the subject of this sentence? Let's see. If we go by the very closest word, we'd be saying that graduate school has scored higher than students in all other majors. Now, grammatically that sounds okay. School has done something. Sounds fine. But it makes no sense. Graduate school doesn't take tests. Graduate school is a building or an institution or something like that. So I can pretty safely eliminate that as my subject. If I want to find the subject, I might want to go back to the beginning. On the graduate record exam, for example, students intending to study philosophy in graduate school has scored higher. It should become pretty clear that the subject of this sentence is actually the students. Not only does it make sense that we're describing students on tests, students take tests, but also we have something here to study philosophy in graduate school that's an example of a prepositional phrase. When we see words like to or for or by, we call those prepositions, and they often get us stuck into picking the incorrect subject. I can basically cross out intending to study philosophy in graduate school and just read this. Students has scored higher than students. Does that sound right? I don't think so. It might be better to say students have scored higher than other students. So we can eliminate A. Now, just to be extra careful, I should look at the other choices. Students scores higher than students. No, I don't think so. Students score higher would sound good, but that's clearly not a choice. So I can get rid of C. And then students scoring higher than students in all but 4 other majors. When we use a word like scoring, we don't ever actually make this a sentence. Believe it or not, scoring is not a verb. That's something Grammarly called a gerund. The best sounding choice by far is students have scored higher than other students. So we go with our choice B. That's a perfect example of our subject and our verb matching up exactly how we'd like them to. And that's how we get a question like number 40 correct with a common grammar rule.